Morning.
Hello.
Happy Monday.
Same to you.
If you guys, I'm going to use a block or I have a Tupperware. If you have something about that size, I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to use that today. If you have something around the house. If not, you can just do it without. All right, I'm turning on Facebook so you'll hear me loud and clear. Good morning, happy Monday. It's 9:30. We are going to get started in a little bit. I have background music playing. You can play your own music. My name is Allison Woodward. We are going to do about an hour of power yoga and core. If you have something this size, I grabbed a Tupperware because I think most people have Tupperware. Mine is empty. You can fill it up if you want. Or if you have a block, use a block. So if you want to grab something of that size, we're going to use it in the beginning for core. So grab that if you have it. And we're going to get started. Again, Allison Woodward, happy Monday, power yoga with core. And as I said, you can play your own music or you can listen to what I have in the background. And we are going to do 1 hour of power yoga and core. So we're going to start with some core. So if you're just tuning in, if you can grab a Tupperware or something this size, maybe a book, but we're going to use this as a prop. I figured I probably had, I don't know, maybe something of this size. Scavenger hunt in your house looking for something. And we're going to get started in about a minute. So welcome. And we're here on another Monday. So getting through another week. So 1 minute, we'll get started. I'm going to mute everyone who's on Zoom. I wish we could actually like talk during the conversation, because you know me, I like to talk during this as we work out. So, but I'm gonna mute you. Hi, Mary. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Allison. Hi, Ann. I see you guys. Welcome. If you're just tuning in on Facebook, if you have a Tupperware, we're gonna use a Tupperware for some core. I don't know if you can see it in my image on the screen, but if you can grab like a little Tupperware, or if you have a block, you can use a block. Hi, sister. My sister's here. So we're going to do an hour of power yoga and core. Good morning, Laurie Freeman. So I'm going to turn the music up. Welcome, welcome. I'm so happy so many people are tuning in this morning. We made it to another Monday. And we're going to do some power yoga. I'm going to move at a little faster pace today. And if you don't like that, then you do your thing. Remember, you are in your house. You can do whatever you want. You can grab your coffee and say, I'm taking a break. Whatever. This is your practice. You're on your mat. You're not on anybody else's. And if you move the whole entire hour, awesome. If you don't, it's still awesome. You're still amazing. Okay, so we're going to start on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana, so your soles of your feet together and your knees are wide. That's pretty much the only word I use because I'm not super fancy, but I like that word. So we're going to get in Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. I love you too. My sister just said I love you. I love you. I love you all. So let's get started on our backs. Take our hands behind our head. And remember, you're going to start crunching. Okay, I'm going to join you in a minute. You're going to start crunching. But remember, we're working our core. In order to work our core, we want to try to get our shoulder blades. So you're trying to get your shoulder blades off the floor, little lifts. It's up and down. And I have a snoring dog on the couch. You're not in Supta Baddha Konasana. Yeah. All right, I love you too. Little lifts. All right, let's do this. Lift. Good. The higher you can go, the better. you're going to do in this core work, the more you're going to feel, the more muscles you're going to recruit. So we're going to work the center part of your abdominal muscles, and then we're going to work the obliques. 8, 6, 4. Take it all the way up. Hold as high as you can. Hold as high as you can. Now, while you're holding, place those feet flat to the floor, knees together. Good. And lower it all the way down. Take your knees to the left side of your room. Look straight up and crunch here. So now we're working your right obliques. You're breathing. Get some of this core in. Your body temperature will go up. Your heart rate will go up. 4 and 3. Make sure you're smiling. Everything's easier when we smile. Take it all the way up. Little lifts. Left, left. Little teeny lifts to the ceiling. Good. Keep those knees to the left side of your room. 8, 7, 6, and 5, and 4, and 3. Now lower it all the way down and rest. Now you're twisting your spine, so be careful. You're going to switch. So ground those feet in. Shift your body weight over to the left. Your knees go to the right. That feels good for me. Hands behind your head. And it's a lift and lower. A lift and lower. Good. Keep breathing. Keep lifting. You're trying to get that right shoulder blade off the floor as you press your knees to the right. Lift the right shoulder blade off the floor. 4 more. 4. 2 more. Take it all the way up and hold. So left obliques are doing the work. You can take your left hand. You can feel that part of your body working. Now little presses for 8, 7. Chin is away from the chest. 4, 3, 2. And now release it all the way down. Shift the body weight back so your feet are grounded back into the earth. Shift your hips back to center. Now grab your Tupperware. This is so fun. All right, now I'm going to show you. You're going to take your Tupperware. Your knee is right over top of the hip. You're going to take your Tupperware here. If you want it to be extra hard, you're going to take your elbow. If you want it a little bit easier, you're going to take your forearm. Your right hand is behind your head. Your right leg goes out. You're going to lift and lower. Left and lower. Left and lower. Left. So here's the deal with this exercise. It's one of the hardest ones I do. But if you don't do it correctly, you're not going to feel it. The knee is over top of the hip. So you're having to hold the Tupperware or block or whatever you're using. And the shoulder blades have to come off the floor. So if you're not feeling this and your shoulders are completely down, go to the elbow to do this. 4 more. 4. And now release it all the way down. Grab your Tupperware. Take it on your right thigh. Make sure your right knee is over top of your hip. You're going to come up, hold the Tupperware, lift and lower your left leg. Good. Lift and lower. You're just isolating there. You're just holding. If you can push your elbow or your forearm into that Tupperware and move your body forward, get those shoulders off the floor a little bit more, you're going to feel it more. Remember, you're working that core. You should feel this. 4, 3, 2, and now release it to the floor. Grab that Tupperware. Get a little bit of a length there to give yourself a break. Now both knees over top of the hips. Tupperware is right there in the center. Bring both elbows up, and now you're going to alternate. Right leg goes out, then left leg goes out. Right leg goes out, left leg goes out. So reverse it. If it's too hard, if you're up on the elbows and the Tupperware is falling out or block or whatever you have, then go on the forearms. It doesn't matter. Make sure you're doing it correctly. Don't sacrifice form to fit in, right? Brene Brown, right? Belonging, right? Do what works for you. So if you have to be here, then do that. Lift those shoulders. Yes. You are amazing. No matter what form you have, you are amazing. Do what works for you. 8. You should feel it. 6. 4 more. Feel that core. And 3. And 2. And 1. Release. Take your Tupperware to the side. You can play around with that later, right? If you like that. Lengthen here and come all the way up into a full boat. Full boat with a smile. Hands to your heart. Twist. Twist. Little bit of a twist here. Don't go super fast. Start to look at the elbow as you twist. 8, 7, 6. If you have to ground your feet in, ground your feet in. Good. Take it to the center. Reach the arms overhead. And now straighten your legs if you can. Lower down for 4, 3, 2, and release. Arms overhead. Let's do that again. Full boat. We will incorporate some coring, don't worry. So you can bend those knees. If you want to straighten, go for it. But if you're using your hip flexors too much, bend those knees. We're trying to work the core here. Go down halfway. Go all the way up. Go down 2 inches away from the floor. Come all the way back up. Halfway. Woo! Back up. 2 inches away from the earth. Hold, look up to your ceiling. Hold, 4, 3. Come all the way back up. Grab the back of your thighs. Rock and roll. Ah, this feels good. Can't get massages. We have to do it ourselves. A little massage for your back. 2 more. Unless it feels good, feel free to stay there. Come all the way up. Shoot those legs back. High plank. So lots of variations in your lower body for your high plank. You can be in that. I try to get right on just my big toes. You can do that. You can be on the tips of all 2 toes. You can be right there on the balls of your feet, or you can be on your knees. Upper body, shoulders right over top of the wrist. You're looking in between your hands. People love to look at their feet. You don't need to look at your feet. Look right in between your hands. And you're holding that high plank, strengthening the shoulders, the core. You stay right there. You stay right there. I got to move my block. So you're going to lower down to your stomach. You're going to do a Superman. And then you're going to go back up to that high plank. We're doing 4 of them. So lower down. Reach the arms out. Superman. Lift all the way up. Now we're working the back, right? So important for us to use our back. Lower down, reach your arms forward, Superman. Bring the arms back, come all the way up. Go up slow, go up slow. Go down slow, Superman. Come back up. One more time, lower down, Superman. And now come back up, hold your high plank. Hold your high plank, right there. We're gonna try something a little different today. Lower down, keep your hands right there. Bend your knees. Take your arms in front of you. Cross your arms. Place your forehead on the arm. You're gonna lift your right leg. Lift your left leg. Right leg. Left leg. See if you can lift your whole thigh off the earth. Use your butt cheeks, use your low back. Good, keep that foot pressed to the ceiling. 4 more. 3, I hope you can feel this. Lift it up as high as you can. Now try both legs at the same time. If it's too much, go back to alternating. We use our fronts of our bodies so much. Let's use our back. 2 more. 1 more. Ground your feet back in. Slide those hands right next to you. Come all the way up. High plank. Down dog. So hopefully you felt that in your back. There's so much focus when we exercise on the fronts of our bodies. We can't forget the backs of our bodies. So right now, You might have a generous bend in your knees, or your legs might be straight, a little bit more engagement in the hamstrings. Press your mat forward as if you're pushing the mat towards the front of your room. Press the hips up, yes. Now big toes to touch, take your right leg straight back. Good, bend your knee, open your hip. Circle the ankle around, get active. Good, so first 15 minutes of class, focused on core, lower that right leg back down. Left leg's gonna go straight back, bend your knee, open your hip. And again, if you're just tuning in, we're gonna go a little faster pace. I'm gonna cue a little faster today. If you wanna go slower, go slower. You'll catch up, don't worry. Go into your down dog. Sometimes I take a class and the instructor's going faster than I want, but I don't care. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do my thing and I'll catch up. You'll catch up, do your thing. So look to your hands, step for the first time to the front of your mat. Take your hands to your shins, take a half lift. Fold forward, rise up. As you rise up, reach up. Fold forward. Half lift. Into your high plank, this time walk back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga, hold. Hold, hold, hold. Hold that chaturanga. Squeeze the elbows into your rib cage. You're looking straight down. And now push to upward facing dog. Super powerful. Press back, down dog. Here we go. 2 more of those. Look to your hands. You can step, hop, or float to the front of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Rise up. Fold forward. Half lift. Into your high plank. Find your way, whether you walk or you hop. Lower down chaturanga, hold for 3. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. So that's going to be my vinyasa today. I'm going to hold my chaturanga for about 3 counts. Not 3 breaths, but like 1, a 2, and a 3. Feel free to join me. You don't have to do it. You can add or subtract whatever you want. Look to your hands, step or float. Half lift. Fold. Rise up. Go back further if you can. Fold forward. Half lift. Into your high plank. Maybe your chaturanga you hold, maybe. You don't have to though. This is your practice. Do what works for you. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Moving on to sun B. Woo! Look to your hands. Step or float. Half lift. Fold. Queen chair. Big toes to touch. Heels are slightly apart. And you're going to sit down. Now I'm going to place my hands on my thighs. Lengthen my spine. My earring out of my ear. And then I'm going to reach my arms forward. So first queen chair for me. I'm going to see if I can sit lower. Do what works for you. Wiggle all 10 of your toes so the weight shifts back onto the heels of your feet. Yes, you look amazing. Stay in it. 1 more breath. And release, fold forward. Half lift. Into your high plank. Hold your chaturanga if you want. And then come to upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg steps. Warrior 1. So see how much you commit, how much you can commit your body to this posture. Pulling that left hip forward, bend the right knee so the right thigh is over top of the earth. Your right knee is right over top of your ankle. See if you can bend in, get a little deeper. Reach your left arm to the ceiling, right arm to the ceiling. Good, pinkies face in. Awesome. And now start to look up. Hold here. And then release. Go into your high plank. Lower down, chaturanga, maybe hold for 3. Upward facing dog to downward facing dog. Step your right leg up. Left posture as much as you can. Second time, when we go through again, we're going to go a little faster, twice through. The right arm goes up, left arm goes up. See if you can look up and hold this posture. Wiggle all 10 of your toes. Feel really solid in the earth. And then release. Chaturanga for 3 if you can. Look straight down. Upward facing dog. To downward facing dog. Step your right leg forward. Warrior 1 flow. Reach up. And then release. Vinyasa through. Step your left leg through. Warrior 1. Go at your own pace. Release into warrior 1 on both sides one more time. Your pace. Find your way to your left side. And then back to your down dog in your own time. We're going to hold down dog 3 breaths. Then we're going to add in warrior 2. So settle into your down dog. Woo! Take 1 more deep breath and then look to your hands. Step or float to the front of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Queen chair. So big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Get back in the chair, but let's change it up, okay? So let's come to the balls of your feet. Press the knees together. You're on the balls of your feet, feeling really steady. Start to lower the hips down. See if you can get your hips in line with your knees. Keep your dristy, keep your focus for 4. Lift the heels higher for 3. Super strong here. And then release and fold forward. Half lift in your high plank. Chaturanga for 3. Up dog. Down dog. Right leg steps. Warrior 1. Open to warrior 2. So adjust your feet. Bend that right knee so it's right over top of the right ankle. Woo. And play around with your body. When you hold a posture, play around. See how your body feels this morning. Woo. Right thigh is parallel to the earth. Your arms are reaching. Yes. Stay in it. First time through, holding the asanas. Second time through, we're going to flow. So flip your right hand. Reverse. Maybe reach straight up. Maybe reach back. Left hand can go around your back. What feels good? Doesn't matter. There's no perfect way to do this. Just be safe. Just be safe. Right knee over top of the ankle, pressing out towards the right pinky toe. And then release. Vinyasa through, holding that chaturanga for 3. Yes, come to up dog. Down dog, left leg steps. Warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. Woo! How you doing there, Dookie? Woo! Left thigh is parallel to the earth. And again, feel your body. Feel those hips, the knee. Play around with how your body feels this morning. Left side, right side is very different. Your back. Woo! Reach those arms. Flip your left hand, reverse. And then release, find your way back to your down dog. Step the right leg through. Warrior 1. Open up to warrior 2. Flip your right hand, reverse, and release. Find your way to your left side. Warrior 1, warrior 2. And then do that again. Warrior 1, warrior 2. Right and left at your own pace. Make up whatever feels good for you. Woo! find your way after you complete it on the left side. Find your way back to your down dog. And I want you to try 4 hops to a handstand. 4 hops. Yeah. I read something this morning. In order to have growth, you have to be uncomfortable, right? Growth and comfort don't go together. They don't. So 4 hops. So if you're going to try this, big toes to touch, bend the knees, look forward, and pop up. Try it again. Heart rate should go up. Woo! Back to down dog. Yes, let's do it. Look to your hands, step or float. Half lift. Fold. Queen chair last time Sunday. Last time. What variation do you like? Do you like the hold here? Do you like that version of being on the balls of your feet? You make up what works for you. And now release, fold forward. Half lift. Into your high plank. Maybe you hold your chaturanga. Come to upward facing dog. 2 times through. Warrior 1, warrior 2 flow. You do you. Go at your own pace. So maybe going fast today is working, maybe it's not. Honor that. Honor what you need. There's no shoulds, coulds. It's what is right. What is right for your body. On the right and the left, one more time. Make it as big as you can. Find your way to the left side, last time through. Woo! Find your way back to your down dog. Big toes to touch. Right leg goes straight back. Bend your knee, open your hip. This time flip over. And now, if you're going to wheel, go to wheel. If not, try this. Touch down, lift up. Touch down, lift up. Touch down, lift up. Flip on back. Right leg goes straight back. Right knee to your nose. Right knee to your chest. Stepping through. Deep lunge. Look forward. Ground those hands in. Switch feet quickly 4 times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right leg forward, left leg back. Slowly come up to warrior 1. To warrior 2. Flip your right hand, reverse. Right forearm to the top of your right thigh. Left arm's gonna reach. Now, if you want to go further, you can drop the right hand down to the floor. Reach both arms to the front of your room. So lengthen the arms so they're straight. Keep length on the right side. Look underneath your left underarm. Keep pressing the right knee to the right side of the room. And again, half or full bind. So my left arm comes around. If you're getting a full bind, it's at your right hip joint. Do what works. So if it's like, oh, feels good today, get the full bind. Lift your chest up first. And then travel that left foot forward. Stand on the right or the left. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Woo. And then find your way back to your warrior 2. So I love when I'm doing that posture. And I look down and I see my right foot going like this. I see the ligaments and the tendons working. That's what I love. It's a challenge. I'm working them. I'm getting them stronger. You're going to flip your right hand. This time, you're going to straighten your right leg. Push your right hand to the back of the room. Let that left hand just fall down. Look up to your right hand. See, I'm here on my mat. Release vinyasa back to your down dog. I want to get stronger. Big toes to touch. So I like to see left leg go straight back, bend your knee, open your hip. Flip over if you want. I like to see that my body is working. Like I see that when they shake. Or I see my foot wobble. Drop down, lift up, drop down, lift up. 2 more. Flip on over, left leg goes straight back. Left knee to your nose. Woo. Bring it in through your chest. Step it through. Deep lunge. 4 times. Switch feet. Like a mountain climber. Left foot forward, right foot back. Come up into warrior 1. Woo. Warrior 2. Flip your left hand, reverse. Left arm to the top of your left thigh. Right arm reaches. So here, decide, do you want to do a half or a full bind? So it's at that right hip joint. Right? Left hip joint. So if you get the bind and then you want to travel, move back to your left foot, reach that right foot forward, stand on your right of your left. If not, stay on 2 feet. Keep opening up your shoulders. If you're staying on 2 feet, look up to your ceiling. Keep lifting that shoulder up towards the ceiling. Woo! So if you want your feet to wobble, walk those feet further apart. If you have that bind, stand it up. If you're on 2 feet, look up. Find your way back to warrior 2. Flip your left hand, reverse, straighten your left leg. Let the right hand slide down. Left hand reaches. You should feel a great stretch. At the same time, you're using your core front and back for stability along with your legs. A lot going on in yoga. Release. Find your way back to down dog. Woo! Awesome, awesome. Come out to a high plank. Hold your high plank. Look straight down. 4 times on the right, 4 times on the left. So it's forearm plank, high plank. Forearm plank, high plank. Forearm plank, high plank. 1 more time on the right side. Right hand goes to the center. Turn to your left. Side plank. So lots of variations. You can drop the right knee. Yes. You can lift that top leg. Whatever variation works for you. If that feels good, do it. Start to drop your top leg. Reach your top arm forward. Lift your left hip up higher. Take your top arm around your back. Look up, lift up. Good. Slowly release to that high plank. Hold that high plank. Super strong. If you need to drop to your knees, drop to your knees. Look straight down. Feel the front and the back of your core working. Left forearm, right forearm. Left hand, right hand. Left forearm, right forearm. Yes, do that 2 more times. You've got it now. You are super strong. 1 more time. Left hand will come to the center center, turn to the right, side plank, using your left obliques, reach your top arm forward, maybe reach your right leg. What version works for you? Drop that top leg, reach the top arm forward. Top arm around your back, keep lifting your right hip up. High plank. Woo! Walk it back down to a forearm plank. Hold the forearm plank. So you're in a forearm plank. Some of you, if you're tuning in, you're in my class all the time, you know you can walk those feet up towards your hands. You can stand up if you want on your forearms. Do you? You might want to stay in a forearm plank. You might say, I'm going to walk my feet towards my hands and hold that, strengthening the shoulders and the core. 4 more breaths. Lamar's dying to come in here. Yes, look at you, look at you. You can't come in here. My crazy puppy. Good, now, walk it back out to a forearm plank. Stay with me. Keep those hips up. You've got this. You are super strong. You are so much stronger. Who would have thought we could have gotten through any of this? No way. No way. We are super strong, united. We're staying. Come to a high plank. Lower down chaturanga for 3. Come on, you can do this. Squeeze your elbows to your ribs. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Press your chest towards your toes. Feel that. That should feel good. Your shoulders a break. Core a break. A lot of core already in 40 or 35 minutes, right? 35? Big toes to touch. Take your right leg straight back. Bring your right knee to your right tricep. Take your right leg over to your left tricep. And now slowly take it all the way back. Right knee, right wrist. Take it over to your left wrist. Slowly, use your core. Use your core. Take it back, use the core. Yes. Right knee, right tricep. Down to your right wrist. Back up to the right tricep. Back down to the right wrist. Straight back. Yes. Right knee, left tricep. Down to the left wrist. Back up. Back down. Shoot that right leg over to the left. Lift that left arm up. Now, the right obliques are doing the work. You can stay right where you are, or you can lift that right leg up and down. So you can lift it off the earth, back to the earth. Off the earth, working a little bit more in your core. Good. 4, 3, 2, you look awesome. 3-legged dog. Step that right leg through. Crescent lunge. Ha. Now you're off the arms. That should feel good. So you're using your core the whole time in yoga. Just feel that, right? You feel your body. You have to use your core to support you in this position. Fly off to airplane. Feel your balance in that right foot. And again, look down at that right foot. Is it wobbling? Is it wiggling? Is it working? Left leg is straight. Left foot is flexed. Shoulders are up and back. Nice and easy. Step it back into your crescent lunge. Hands come to your heart. Twist to your right. And again, any variation you want. So if you want to try to split the hands and that left hand goes underneath your right thigh and your right arm goes around and they connect today, go for it. Maybe you say a prayer. Maybe you stay with your hands split and just open up what feels right for 3. Come back to your crescent lunge. Feel your feet. Woo. I want you to hold your crescent lunge. Look up to the ceiling. Reach your fingertips higher. Pull your ribs away from your ass. And then release. Vinyasa. Back to your down dog. Maybe you hold that chaturanga again. Woo! Big toes to touch. This time the left leg goes straight back. Left knee, left tricep. Floated over to your right tricep. And now slowly take it all the way back. Woo! Left knee, left wrist. Touch it, touch it. Over to the right wrist. Use your core. Take it all the way back. Left knee, left tricep. Down to the left wrist. Use your core. Lift it back up. Take it back down. Take it all the way back. Shoulders, core, super strong. Left knee, right tricep. Down to the right wrist. Back up. Back down. Float that left leg over to the right. Spin it out. Left obliques are doing the work. So if you want, you can lift that leg up and down. If you don't want to, don't do it. It just increases the difficulty just a little. Not enough to even make it that important, right? So do what works for you. Good. 4, 3, 2. Now back to three-legged dog. Step that left leg all the way back to the back of your room or reach it back. Now step it all the way through. Deep lunge. Up to crescent lunge. So much going on in crescent lunge. Legs, torso. So if you can, bend that left knee so the knee is over top of the ankle. The left thigh is parallel to the earth. That would be awesome. Push off with that left leg. Get into airplane. So once you get your balance, reach that right leg back. Hands reach to the back of the room. Lift your shoulders up and back. Super solid. Whoop. Get back into your crescent lunge. Hands to your heart. Twist to your left. So choose the variation that makes you feel the best right now. Your right leg is straight. Maybe you split the hands and you bind. Maybe it's too much to do that. Do what works. Release back to your crescent lunge. Use your legs to get there. Use your core to lift up. You're going to reach the arms overhead. And again, remember, your back and the front of you is working to support you. Reach up now. Look up. Reach your fingertips to your ceiling. Feel your ribs come away from your ass. And then slowly release. Vinyasa through, holding that chaturanga if you can. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Woo! All right, here we go. Let's do another power posture. So look to your hands, step or flow. We did this with Sun B, right? Half lift. Fold. Get into queen chair. Big toes to touch, heels are slightly apart. Press your knees together. Hands come to your heart. So if you have any issues with your back, stay right here. You're okay to twist. Twist to the right. Left elbow comes to the outside of your right thigh. Your knees stay together. If you know what we're doing, you're already there. You can split your hands. You can bind. You can stay right on 2 feet. Wiggle your toes for 4. Come back to queen chair. Sit down. Sit down. Yes. Lift up and lower. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Oh, release, fold forward. Nice break. So take your peace sign fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Elbows are wide, fold forward. Maybe look right and left. Press your feet into the floor, see if you can straighten those legs. So deep squat, crow, any variation you want. I'm going to do crow to start. We're going to do 4 of them. So my knees are going to tuck into my triceps. In crow, if you're first starting off, you're going to attempt to take those feet off the floor. If you had a block with you, a great way to learn, because everyone loves to do this. Everyone loves to get upside down. It's so fun. A great way to learn is to put your feet on your block. And then play around with that comfort of taking your feet. But you have to allow your head to come down towards the floor to get that balance. When you're ready, find your way back to your down dog. So I always think of that as playtime. Good, now walk your feet to your hands. Get into a deep squat. Bring your elbows to the inside of your knees and then lift your heart. Playtime number 2. Maybe you do that crow again. Maybe you do a headstand, handstand, or another arm balance. You get into that handstand, press those hands into the earth. Look in between your hands. And then find your way to down dog. Whoop, whoop. I love being upside down. Woo. Look to your hands. Step or float to the front of your mat. Half lift. Fold. Queen check. Okay, so last one. Last power posture. Hands to your heart. And maybe you twist to your left. Do the variation that works for you. So like I love holding this because I like to lengthen out my spine. I have some tightness in my spine. And then as I twist, if it feels good, I stay. Splitting my hands and binding is a little too much right now, so I'm not going to do it. Do what works for you. Drop your hips to the floor, lift your heart. This time I want you to release. Drop your chest. Get yummy here. Drop the chest to the thighs. Reach your hands to the front of the room. Get the weight into the heels of the feet. But reach forward. And actually your whole abdomen is resting on the top of your thighs. Oh, my legs are shaking. Yes. And release, fold forward. Woo! Take your hands. Tuck them underneath your feet. Get your toes to grab your wrists. Let your head relax. Let it go. Woo! That feels so good. And then release. Deep squat, crow, headstand. So maybe you try a headstand this time. There's other arm balances. Side. You can do a side crow. You can do an arm balance. Woo! Or you can hold a stretch, whatever you want. You can go from crow to headstand. Find your way back to down dog. How do you want to get there? What works for you? Whoop, whoop. then one more time, walk those feet to your hands. Get into your deep squat again and hold. Everyone loves the deep squat. Open up those hips. Lift your heart. Wiggle your toes. And then again, another opportunity, a little playtime. Maybe you try a different variation of flying. Whoop. Take about 3 more breaths. Any variation, whatever you want, whatever feels good. And then find your way to down dog. Whoop. There you go. Power done. Big toes to touch. Take your right leg straight back. Step it through. Deep lunge. Half crescent lunge. So reach those arms forward and hold. Try to push off with the right leg. Lift off. Extend your warrior. Reach your hands to the front of the room. Look straight down. Lift that left leg. Go back to that half crescent lunge. One more time. Push off with that right leg. Come back to extended warrior. Slowly rise up. One-legged mountain pose. Bring that knee into your chest. Reach up, just like we did in Crescent Lunge. Reach your hands to the ceiling. Lift your left knee to the ceiling and hold. Try to stay upright. Don't lean back. Left leg extend straight up. Slowly glide airplane. So right there, you're seeing where your hip flexor was, right? Glide airplane. Ooh, we've been here before. Still doing a few balance postures. You're going to drop your right hand to the floor or your block. You're going to lift your left hand at the ceiling. And then when you're comfortable, take your gaze to the left side of your room. And then when you're comfortable, take your gaze up to your left hand. Straighten both your right and your left leg. Slight bend, slight bend in your right knee. Good. Slowly come back to airplane. Slow transition. Try to use the right leg, not the right hand. Woo. Right foot is wobbling. Yes. Crescent lunge. And then release. Vinyasa back. To your down dog. Woo. Big toes to touch. Left leg goes straight back. Step it through. Deep lunge. Left knee is over top of the left ankle. Reach up half crescent lunge. So again, we're combining a few balance postures with strength postures. So half crescent lunge. Use that left leg. Push off, extend your warrior. So your arms are reaching to the front of your room. Both legs are straight. Back to your half crescent lunge. See the difference on your left side and your right side. Pull your core in, push off, extend that warrior. Back to your half crescent lunge. Woo! Good, push it back off. This time, your left hand will drop to the earth. Right arm is going to reach. Or you're with a block, and you're starting to look to the right side of your room. Maybe look up to your right hand. Keep that right leg lifted. Whoop, whoop. Come back to your airplane. Hard transition. Try to use that left leg, not the left hand. Stay with it. I think I messed up, didn't I? Right here, come up to one-legged mountain pose. Woo. Oh, well. Stay with me. Straighten out your right leg. Right toes towards the ceiling. Try not to lean back. Super strong. Now airplane. Something didn't feel right. Back to your crescent lunge. Reach all the way up. Fullest expression here. And then release. Find your way back to down dog. Hold your down dog. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Big toes to touch. Right leg goes straight back. Step it through. Warrior one. Open up to warrior two. Triangle on the right side. So your right arm will float forward. Left arm will reach to the ceiling. So you can drop the right hand to the earth. That's okay. Take the right hand to the left side of your room. Try to use more of your core on the right side. Reach both arms forward. Your right leg is straight, slight bend in that right knee. Look underneath your left underarm. Push off of that right foot. Reach your hands to the back of your room, but then look forward to the front of your room. Draw your right rib cage towards the right side of your room. See if you feel that. And slowly come to center. Turn both toes in towards each other and fold. If your hands connect to the earth and you want to get a deeper stretch, reach the hands behind you. Let your head relax in here. Let go of any tension. Bring your hands back to center. Walk your body weight over to the right side. Lift your left toes off the earth. Walk your body weight over to the left side. Lift your right toes off the earth. And then you're going to slowly rise. Right foot plants in. Left foot to the back of your room for warrior two. Flip your left hand, reverse, and now go into triangle on the left side. So left hand can reach to the back of your room or over to which is now the right side of your room. Right arm reaches. You pick the variation that works for you. You can always drop the left hand towards the earth. Just try not to dump the body towards the earth because you're trying to feel an opening on the right side. You're going to feel it in your left hamstring, but that's not the purpose. You're going to feel this on the right side of your body. Reach both arms forward, legs are straight. Look to the back of your room. Take your right rib cage, turn it to the back. Core, 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 core. All the way to the front of your mat. Walk your left foot halfway. So your right foot is facing forward. Your left foot is at an angle, like a 60-degree angle, and your feet are not together. They're like on a railroad track. And you're going to fold forward, right hamstring stretch. So if you have a block and you want to use the block, go for it. I like to use the block because once I get in it, I start to bend my elbows to allow some ability to fold deeper in, chin to my chest. The deeper you can pull your chin to your chest, you'll feel a great stretch along the spine, your neck. And then switch feet. Left foot will come forward, right foot will go at an angle, hamstring stretch on the left side. release, come to your back. Woo. You're going to turn onto the left side of your body. You're going to grab the top of your right foot. You can straighten your left leg or you can keep it slightly bent. You're stretching the right quad, the top muscle on your thigh, the front of your thigh. Pull your right heel to your glutes. Shoulder goes back and down. And then switch to the other side. Come to your right side of your body. Grab your left foot. Let the left knee fall towards the floor. Pull the left heel to and then release to your back. Take your feet on the edges of your mat and bring your knees together and lower your body to the earth. So let your knees touch. Slow down your breath. You're going to take your left knee out and your right knee is going to go in. And then you're going to switch. Your right knee goes towards the floor. Your left knee goes towards the inside of your mat. And then release. Bring your knees into your chest. Reach up. Give yourself a huge hug around your knees. Grab opposite elbows. Let the head relax. Little hip stretch. And now grab the inner arches of your feet. Let the knees fall towards the earth and hold. Happy baby. And then go ahead and release. If you want to do another stretch, go for it. If you're ready for Shavasana, take your heels of your feet to the corners of your mat. You want to allow your toes to fan out to the sides.
Mobile popped over this wireless battery bank for an unboxing. Let's check this thing out and see what we got inside. This thing is solid.
Once your toes are fanned out to the side, close your eyes, relax your breath. We can't touch, but we still reach out. We hunker down, but we still rise up. Our bodies are attacked, but our spirits fight back. The enemy is invisible, but so many of our heroes are now seen. Weeks and weeks of isolation, but still infinite and invincible determination. We are distant, but we stand together. And together we shall overcome. Just ending this class today with the thought of hopefulness of coming back together and being together. As many of you know, I never end a class in an hour when we're in the studio, and I can't wait for the days I can have you all back in the studio and we can do an Allison 75 plus minutes Monday into Tuesday class. Anyway, I miss you guys so much. I thank you for tuning in. And again, all the messages, texts, spreading the word that we have these workouts is just amazing. And I hope you all are doing well. You're getting me up in the morning to know that I am going to possibly reach you in some way, maybe not physically, but emotionally. So thank you for your presence. And I hope you have an amazing Monday and a great week. Till next time, namaste. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Al.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You. Bye.
Bye.